Hello, my name is Darian Aliaga, and welcome to Play Me a Future, the only show dedicated to a different slogan every episode. Today's slogan is, Consciousness is Dumb. Today's topic is, how to pick your first visual novel. In episode 1, we talked about what visual novels are and where to get them. Today I want to show you how to pick your first visual novel. At the end of the previous video, I suggested one approach to find visual novels is simply searching by typing a visual novel into your platform of choice. There's a slightly more complicated approach I'd like to teach you about today. See, there's a site that allows you to find thousands of free and paid visual novels in whatever genre and on whatever platform you want. That site is this, the Visual Novel Database at VNDB.org. VNDB collects information, reviews, images, and all kinds of other useful information about visual novels of all kinds. It's completely free to use, and if you want, you can even make an account to save a list of the visual novels that you've played and what you thought of them. Now, looking at the homepage here, you're probably already overwhelmed. There's a million side links in different sections, but for today we only need one of them. On the far left column, here is the word visual novels. Here, we're going to click here. Now what you see is a big search engine with lots of results. Right now this is not too helpful, but the good thing about this search engine is you can narrow down the results as much as you want. To keep it simple, we're only going to play with this first tab that says visual novels. So, starting here, you see first tab says visual novels. Here you can type in names, whatever, to search for things. You can search by letter, of course. If you change this and or to set your filters. So you start here, set and or, choose your filters and how they work. And here, next you can choose your language. So, let's say I want an English visual novel, language in which the visual novel is available. I can also invert that if I want, so I want everything except for English. Language the visual novel was originally written in. So you could find visual novels in your preferred language of choice. Then platform, Windows, Mac, Linux, website, etc. All kinds of different platforms. Here you have tags, where you can type almost basically anything and find all kinds of tags. Like say I want a Western. So, here you go. Boom. Western. Click search. And all of these games will have that tag theme. And then you can just do this to clear that out. And refresh the page, or click. And you're back. You can also clear that out. Oops. Here. And you can click this plus to add a million different other filters to it, based on when it was released, who worked on it, character types, platform, again, if it has an anime or screenshots, descriptions. So, let's say I want an English visual novel. I want it for Windows. And let's just say, as an example, I want a fantasy kind of hero story. So, say medieval fantasy. Okay. And I want it to be Let's see, what else do I want? I want it to be at least no older than a few years old. Okay. Oh, look at that. Got a bunch of results. So let's try, say, this one. Look at that. Cinderella phenomenon. Excuse me. Here we have a visual novel. You see the title, playtime, developer, etc. And a brief description, some various tags which you can adjust, change, you can delete, you can filter all of these out to see to however you want to clarify it. And what you want is this release section, which tells you where to get it and how to purchase it, download it, etc. And you can even see the screenshots. If it has some votes and ratings. And sometimes here there'll be discussions, which can include reviews and other like commentary on the visual novel of choice. So let's go back. We found one that might be a good one. So now let's reset our filter. Well, no, let's say this time I want a PS5 visual novel. Let's try that out. And I want it to be, let's see. I want a free PS5 visual novel. Ooh, look at that. Found a bunch of choices. Let's try. This one. Look at that. Got the length, got title. And now here can be an issue with the price setting, at least sometimes, is that if you see that this one, I clicked freeware, but because this does have a demo, it counts that as free. Also, let me see. Pretty sure I clicked PS5, but right, because PS4 games can play on the PS5. And here, it links you to the store, so you can access it or download it along to the official website of the platform, of the game of choice. And let's look at one more to play with these search filters a little bit more. Again, well, you know, let's say, since we're playing with, I clicked the wrong X. But you see, you click any of these things, you can filter them out, you can bring them back, delete them, and customize this search feature as much as you want. In a lot of detail. So let's say I want a Spanish game this time. And you know what? Nintendo Switch. You have any Nintendo Switch Spanish games? With, I want pictures so I know what I'm getting. And, oh, look at that. Bunch of them again. And here we have this one. Click add, length, pictures. Again, all the tags, the releases, descriptions. And, there's an unofficial patch that I can use to translate the game into Spanish. Now, see, that's one thing to note. I go back here. is that some of these things are not going to be officially supported by the developers in certain languages, but sometimes that's the price you have to pay for accessing content from other countries in your language of choice. And one helpful feature, sometimes it even tells you the average price to obtain it, if there's an anime. Of course, this one's a very popular, well-known visual novel, so there are a bunch of discussions that tell you about the game, if it's worth playing, etc. See, and this is the search feature we took a look at. On here, there's also all these other tabs. See, you can even just look at the latest releases or the oldest releases, upcoming games, lists of studios, people involved, characters by name, tags, which allows you to learn about what these tags are, to find games that fit specific themes or types, or different types of characters, or different types of beans, or styles of art, etc. And you can even look at users and their lists to see what they've played and how what they thought of the games that that they've looked at. So one other thing this site is also really good at is you click this FAQ here, and it will tell you even more about visual novels, where to get them, where to talk about them, meet people who like them, and everything. So again, this site is Visual Novel Database, really useful resource for anyone that's interested in visual novels, wants to learn more, wants to discover what's out there in this space, and find all kinds of ways to interact with this type of game, this type of program, in a very simple, kind of easy, in-depth, easy to understand, but also kind of deep way. And if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below, and I'll see you, of course, in the next episode. After I'll answer your questions. Thank you for watching. Again, I'm Darian Aliaga, and this has been Play Me a Future. And again, today's slogan was, "Consciousness is dumb." So, see you in the next one. Later.